Hello everyone and welcome to the main event regarding our Mappool Showcases. This is Grand Finals Mappool Showcase. I am joined today by the GOAT, Fuhi, otherwise known as Cool Kid, is here with me today. The dynamic duo back at it again. How are you today, Mr. Sean?
Doing great after spending an hour playing through the Grand Finals pool. Can't wait for what we have in store. There's a lot of great songs in here, Connor, I gotta say. Also, you forgot my name. It's CTB White Cat, and I cannot change that back for a year. 2026 is when Fuhi comes back.
I can't believe we get CTB White Cat for an entire year.
That's not happening.
What? Bro.
Yeah.
Embrace your name. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I gotta go. I gotta get a cookie. Can you take over this Nomad 1 real quick?
Yeah, man. I got you.
Alright.
We can go right into Nomad 1. Yeah. I'm sure Mr. Sean burned off probably 400 calories while he was test playing this pool. We have a lot of speed involved in a lot of these maps, and we're going to see a lot more stamina tests than we have in the past. Starting off with our Nomad 1, gonna be Camellia, Power of the Wilderness. Gonna be mapped by Bunray. This is definitely going to be an elevation of last week's Nomad 1, but still quite similar in terms of overall mapping style. Bunray having a part in both of them. Definitely gonna lead to some similar patterns, but you can see the BPM quite horrifying, 300. And we are going to see an abundance of content at such a high BPM here.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
what did I miss? Oh, okay, wait, we're right in the meat and gravy.
Yeah, 300 BPM Nomad 1, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is one of the maps I did not see, but do I see 9.86 on the bottom?
Yeah, you sure do. Almost 10 star Nomad 1. Coming in hot. Just like your cookie.
Yeah, it is. This is a Big Daddy cookie. It's not sponsored, but you gotta get the calories in.
You just like mentioned the brand. You're gonna like.
I did.
You're gonna go to their store and be like, I mentioned you guys in front of like 300 people. Can I get a free cookie?
Oh, 300 people watching?
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is great.
Anyways, a lot of hyper chains here I'm seeing. That's kind of Bunray fashion, right? I feel like Bunray always makes like kind of inflated SR, but he always delivers. I'm just saying, always.
Yeah, the hyper chains are just so clean. One of the best to ever do it. I actually
agree. The veteran himself. I don't know.
You do get a spinner break. I'm going to be curious how many people go full force on the spinner, or if they just try to make it an extra long break to keep the stamina high.
I think it's worth spinning here. I mean, this break seems already very long.
Yeah, but you can make it even longer. You could get up, get a bottle of water, you could get a massage.
Okay, I don't know about that. You can probably get a cookie and come back. But
oh, true. You're only gone for
depends
like
on how
15
close your
seconds.
pantry is.
Yeah.
I think I was gone longer than that, but
oh,
double spinner again.
Yeah, it fell short to me, man. See some soft precision here. Just a lot of like snapback hyper dashes.
Yeah, these precision sliders with these snappy chains are always really easy to miss on, in my opinion, especially under nerves. Ooh.
Yeah, here we go. Getting into Archaea, gonna see a lot more of these super quick 1-4 sliders.
A lot of very snappy. I mean, 300 BPM snaps are always a menace, I swear. Like, I think this. Oh my! Wow. Okay, there's a lot going on the screen. I can't even talk. Like, everything's happening so fast here.
We have made it to Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah. little bit of a timing part there. Some 2 misses come from QW. You know, if the GOAT is missing, you know, you're in for a hard time.
Yeah, normally I have that praise where it's like if our replayer can do it, you can do it too. But
I mean, if your replayer is the #1 player ranked right now, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't use that this round. But that's okay. That final burst section.
This kind of reminds me of Maximum Blaster a bit. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
slightly easier.
Yeah, I definitely think it's of similar style to Maximum Blaster.
Very snap speed heavy, stamina. But that break definitely will do justice. And I think it also has the potential to show like a decider for who actually wins. So I think nerves will play a bit in there. Maybe people will lock in more at the end.
Yeah, getting to see the score while giving players a break just to recoup and power through that last chunk. I think we're going to see a lot of amazing scores come out of this map. All right, No Mod 2. We're going to have Rusty coming in for what he is primarily known for, his very techie turnaround style mapping coming in. We're going to see a ton of one-off hypers in this map. And
that pattern right there is so hard.
Yep.
I played that 12 times. I didn't hit it once. It gave me like a Rockma vibe to it. You know, like it was like if Gemzu and Rockma made one pattern, and you just combine them together. That's the pattern I think you'd get. Anyways, I think the map definitely kind of like goes a bit lower in difficulty here. This is just kind of like a little bit of an easier snap section, but it'll really pick up coming up right here. Yeah, so you got these little 1/8s.
Yeah, these 1/8s definitely not defining the map, and I think a lot of the difficulty comes from these burst streams. But compared to
I think a lot of the speed snaps.
Yeah, some slight foreshadowing, but compared to our control picks of the round, what's nice about this pick is you don't really need dash control for it. You can look at only like 60 dash presses halfway through the map. You can hold dash with a lot of these stream sections, and that's going to feel very nice with some of the precision maps we have coming up.
Yeah, I think you can actually get away with less dash presses, but I think it's all obviously like dependent on the player.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Dusk can one tap this?
I think
you know
so.
how Dusk is like the one tapper nowadays.
Yeah.
Only holds dash throughout the map. Ooh. A little bit of like a speed check there.
Yeah, coming into our final burst, gonna see a lot more of those stair patterns coming into this.
Yeah, ooh. If you miss that part coming before that like little burst part, you will probably miss all of that. Which we just seen. Yeah, very, very snap heavy.
Yeah, quite standard for what a No Mod 2 provides, but still very fearful because of how possible it is to chain miss the more intense sections. Also, chat wants to know, how's your cookie, man?
It's good. Shout out Big Daddy Cookie.
Yeah, 1 out of 10.
Chocolate chip flavor. 1 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's why I'm just freely talking like this. I'm really loving this cookie. I'm a bit happy right now.
8 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of 8 out of 10, vv79 coming up here with an 8 out of 10 replay.
Wow.
The debut of vv79.
Wow. Italy cool kid? Italy CTV white hat?
The Avenged. All because of that Italy FF, you know, we have a new fighter on the block.
Yeah, vv79 going to be showing off Nidoking's map. Going to be kind of a rehash of what we've seen from Nidoking in his previous CWC appearance. Going to be very high CS precision wiggle style. Going to be a lot of patterns that you can like soft tap into, but we are going to see a big stamina check paired with precision here. A bit more hypers than in the previous map of his last time at Grand Finals. or finals, sorry. But it is going to be a very similar vibe if you are familiar with Mido King's maps.
Yeah, I think this map in particular is very stamina heavy. There's 0 breaks. I mean, I guess this kind of serves as a break, but coming up into the last KI, I think it's a lot more wiggle heavy. Like I was starting to lose my stamina here going into this ending, but overall, just very kind of like precision wiggles, kind of similar to last year, the Flower of Edo, I think, but I feel like a bit harder than this. So
yeah, having it be Grand Finals and then a Finals definitely had the wiggle aspect turned up a bit. It's also nice to see level 4 again. I still remember when he made an original for us 2 years ago, and it's very nice to have him mapped again for a pool.
yeah, definitely not like the Zizix level 4 map that we've seen in 2023, but I found this very enjoyable. It's probably one of my more favorite maps in the pool. Kind of chill, very consistent.
Yeah, that ending is definitely brutal as well, with a lot of like wiggle control. Like you're slowly leaning to the right, then the left as you're turbo wiggling.
Yeah, a lot of precision involved there on the build-up.
Yeah, still an amazing debut from vv251169.
Yep. And here we have Duplicity Shade, Connor. Did you think you'd ever see Duplicity Shade debut in a Grand Finals convert pick?
Now it is cut. Since I assume most people are familiar with this song. This is cut, and I do think it's worth mentioning that first of all, that wiggle is fire. I cannot believe Bob wiggled that.
That is awesome.
A lot of this is going to be still modified and likely updated tomorrow. So there are some scary patterns in here that are going to be changed. We've done a lot of changing of this map to make sure it was suitable. And as of right now, it feels like there's a bit too much learning involved. So we're going to do our best to get this quite balanced. So don't take what you see here at face value too much.
Yeah, grain of salt, for sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the parts are kind of very RNG. I mean, not a lot, but there's a couple parts that are, I feel like you just need a really good run to kind of get, you need to be like in the groove to hit it. Everything just kind of goes your way. But
yeah. Like, still overall, shout out to Fob and Trigon for working to make this pick even possible. It was a vision originally that Trigon had, and they started working on it together. Ran out of time due to other things, so we're going to try to get it beefed up the best we can. These stacks here are really awesome looking though. Just a lot of these unique shapes that we just haven't really seen very often in catch mapping just because of how unique they are.
yeah, I think the concept itself is really awesome, but I think after maybe a little bit of spacing fixing, it'll be a lot more consistent. And I mean, look at the cut right into the big Ki part.
Boom!
None of that, you know, slow vocal stuff here. No, not in Grand Finals. We want to get right into the thick of it. I mean, there's a lot here to uncover. I mean, like kind of these space streams, a lot of these like hard rock looking patterns, the hypers in the middle. I guess you could call it a full flavor. A little bit of a hyper walk there as well. Like, I don't know. Really, I mean, I really like the concept of the snowball floor.
Yeah, some like very fast turnarounds, but just some overall really like far dashes into some of these super precise streams. And then we have this hyper chain part that's missing a few hypers, forcing even more precision. Like I said, don't take too much at face value. Some of it's just too brutal.
Overall, I'm a really big fan of this. I think it's a huge step up from last week's No mod 4.
It's Grand Finals! That's just the way it is, you know?
Yeah, gotta go big or go home, right?
Yeah! I wonder if that phrase has ever been used before. We should coin that. Go big or go home.
I think that's a common phrase. Am I wrong?
No, I've never heard that before. That's
What?
a good phrase. Yeah, man.
I think you're trolling me here. But anyways, moving into our hidden one. I
Going
feel like
to
you're
be...
kind of more familiar with this.
I am! It's Des9! Des9 making another return to the map pool. I almost feel bad that it's hidden, considering his last hidden map just got essentially target banned by the earlier teams. But we're not in the earlier teams anymore. Going to be Will Stetson living life. Going to have the Genshin-themed background that was decided 2 minutes before Showcase, because the previous one was AI. Shout out to Leo. He noticed that Hu Tao suddenly had 6 fingers, and we were like, oh, what the hell? So, yeah, huge props.
A little bit freaky.
Yeah, background sponsored by Diletto, who instantly found something, because that's just the type of guy he is.
Probably in the middle of the Genshin session.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I have Hu Tao. I have an idea. Going to see a very common theme with this map. A lot of these kind of like one-off droplets that are off. I can see a lot of our endgame players trying to ignore them. But it's going to be a lot harder to ignore these droplets in the Ki, where the slider tech becomes a lot more abundant with how snappy they become. The dashes become quite far. Same with the kind of double hyper slider into a turnaround. Just a very precise pattern that the Ki tests.
Yeah, it might be worth kind of skipping these droplets for the sake of combo. I mean, I don't think... You think we'll see a full combo in this? It's always hard to say, you know? I don't know how many full combos we've seen in the Grand Finals pool, but...
I think we usually see like 2 to 4. I think. Maybe.
I won't quote you on that, but...
Yeah,
I will take your word.
do not quote me on that. Yeah, do not quote me on that.
Kind of got Will Stetson here, like singing you to sleep with this slow slider part. Kind of just waiting for it to pick up again. You know it's gonna pick up. This is Grand Finals, but you just kind of get to enjoy these Will Stetson vocals.
Yeah, I know we have a abundance of Will Stetson fans here today.
Ooh, there we go. A little hyper wiggle in there. AR9 hidden hyper wiggle.
Yeah, huge choke point there. But it's not going to matter too hard since you jump right back into this Ki as well.
Probably really easy to miss because you're like sitting in this like slow slider part, kind of just waiting for it to pick up again. You don't know what the swing is going to be like. You kind of just get thrown into it there. Definitely going to be like a practice thing. You got to look out for it.
Yeah, I think this map's difficulty definitely comes from the 2 Ki's. And
ooh, I like this ending.
Yeah. Very snazzy ending.
Kind of like a whiplash ending.
Yeah, I think the difficulty primarily comes from both the Ki's, while the rest of the map definitely gives you a bit more wiggle room without wiggles. Just a bit of breathing to be done.
Bit of breathing.
Yeah.
Don't suffocate under these Will Stetson vocals yet.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
I didn't realize you liked Will Stetson so much.
He's my goat, bro.
I'm learning a lot about your music taste. I learned that you were in the Nanahira, now you're in the Will Stetson.
Dude, the No Mod 4 was a banger. Anyways,
yeah.
Moving into our hidden 2.
Gonna be Crowley coming in, making it full circle. I don't know if any of us remember Qual's hidden 1. You guys better, because it's a sign you played before. But if you remember Qualifier's hidden 1, this is actually the exact same artist. Crowley has officially made it full circle, coming back to map this artist once again for Grand Finals this time. Gonna be Fire 4 fun. Gonna be AR8, everyone's favorite AR. Not gonna dip too low on something like this, considering a lot of the kind of tech streams that we see. Just a lot of disproportionate spacings overall that provide it with difficulty.
Yeah, not really my my type of map, so I can't really comment on anything here. You know, I'm very I've underplayed a lot of hidden, so I've always avoided this. But I was kind of wondering where Crowley would be, especially because I thought Crowley would be the type of guy to map that Will Stetson from earlier. It fits the slot really well.
Crowley does strike me as a Will Stetson type of guy. That's a good point. Now, a lot of people have pointed out the background already being familiar.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks kinda. I couldn't put my I didn't want to say it out loud, but I can't really, you know.
No, I know. Listen, I feel bad. I don't know the Crowley lore, but I know he's used this before. But I don't know where he's used
This is like a rank map or something.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Crowley. We don't know your lore enough.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Never been a big Crowley player, anyways.
Damn.
You're like, hey, that's okay. He maps usually for hidden, right? That's not my.
Yeah. Okay. No flame. Also, yeah, live update from Crowley. He doesn't like Will Stetson, so we were wrong in that assumption.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
That was a blunder on my part.
I think us commentating this map just reveals we need to update ourselves in the Crowley lore.
Yeah, we can do that later. How about that?
Yeah.
I got a lot of content to unpack here, Connor.
Yeah,
I don't even think we're halfway through.
Yeah, wait, we're almost up. It's 950k. You're rolling.
Oh no, I don't mean the map. I mean the pool.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, amazing score from Roido. The Roido replays this year have been utterly glorious. Just hitting a lot of those.
Just popping off, dude. I don't know. I just feel like he's the best player ever. So underrated.
Yeah, hitting a ton of those snappy turnarounds. Now, I will say, having been the one that mapped Hidden 3 last week, it was quite interesting to try to find a way to elevate that slot for Grand Finals. But I think we managed to find a way to do it. And I think the best way to do it this year was with an Osu original, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into it.
Whoop, whoop.
And there we have it, the return of Wangle with Goodbye to Your Vicious Cycles. It's amazing to have her back for another Osu original. This is her second time coming to CWC. She's since actually gotten involved with our community, which has been truly amazing to see. That as soon as we got the opportunity to have her back once more, I knew that we just had to take it. I'd like to thank the illustrator Sardines for making the background. I really love this background, especially with the mapper being Fob. I think it's a very Fob-pilled background. And Z419 for the graphic design. And our design quality assurance team, CMDR Saturn and Bullmaster Flex, and Sakura being our coordinator. Fob did the replay, which is very fitting. It is his map, and I did have a small part in his map in the kind of build-up section. Compared to Jelana, this map is definitely a big elevation for specialized hidden, and I'm very curious how players are going to handle it. There's a lot of these like very tricky light tap dashes into the aggressive 1-8 hyper. So I'm very excited to see this get played, and I adore the song. Thank you for joining us once again, Miss Wangle.
Yeah, this has got to be probably my favorite Wangle song I've heard. I just think this is my type of genre that I really like. Doesn't really feel as similar as the style that was taken in Nomad 2 last year for Wangle, but in general, I really like the direction of the map in general as well. I mean, we pointed out in our own discussion when the map was playing that Fob did not like your style of mapping in that other second half there. So I don't know. It might be interesting to see if there's any Connor flame in the Mappool feedback. After the showcase,
maybe we'll both get flamed together. And it also is worth saying that, yeah, this is definitely a very different style from the previous Nomad 2. It is worth shouting out that Fob gave a lot more creative direction regarding where the song should go, which I think was the right call at the end. I think it led to a very unique result that did deviate enough from their previous Nomad 2 to create something truly unique while still having Wangle return once again. So thank you in abundance, awesome. Wangle.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright, I think we can move to Hard Rock 1.
Hard Rock 1. Pain remains. From Diletto, he had to just pull it out right there for the Grand Finals, the big reveal. We also have a storyboard coming in here as well.
I was gonna say soundboard, bro. That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm used to listening to SoundCloud recently.
Oh, okay, chill. I shouldn't be flaming my co-caster. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, man. I'm used to it.
Damn. And yep, getting right into it. When you see the mapper Diletto, you see the Hard Rock, you see the streams. I feel like with a lot of our tournament players that have made it to Grand Finals, they all have an expectation on how this map is going to play, while mapping the expectation of what Grand Finals should end up testing at the end of the day. This map has been finished for quite a while. Huge props to Diletto for working as efficiently as he did. This is his skill set, and I think he managed to work through it very well.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of like Lorna Shore and these just like kind of scream metal maps, I mean, Diletto's the one to do it. Especially to, is this the trilogy finish?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Finished.
Diletto, can we get a fact check? He's in the chat.
Maybe. I don't think so, actually. I think there's. I mean, other than Rinkia's Pain Remains 2, I think that's the only one missing from Diletto there. But, anyways, I think the whole trilogy in terms of CTB is finished for this Lorna Shore song.
Okay, chat is saying part 2 isn't mapped yet.
Okay, yeah. There is a Rinkia part 2, but
okay.
I think we should expect Diletto to hopefully map a part 2 and put it into, you know, a big... Actually, you can't do that because part 3 is ranked. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Immediately. Do not I am not supporting content flow, guys. Do not do that.
I appreciate that stance. Stand against content bloat. I love that hyper slider a lot, by the way. That transition into this PI is amazing.
Yeah, very clean. I love those like hard rock patterns. I guess they're hard rock patterns. There's like mini standstills in the middle of the screen. It's kind of happened, I think, maybe 3 or 4 times so far.
Yeah, I feel like they're very like soft and expected instances. Maybe not like super expected, but if you're expecting to find them when you load up this map.
Yeah, I think usually Delano's maps do have a couple hard rock patterns in between them. It's kind of what gives it that extra difficulty. But overall, I don't see anything that's like... I think maybe they've been modded out.
Yeah, going strictly for hitting that consistency bar for hard rock with a lot of the different stream shapes that are provided, just ensuring that our players can keep up at such a kind of high level being able to play maps like these. I do think out of the pool we are going to see like a higher score average for the consistency maps this round, especially considering some of the specialties that we've already seen, like Hidden 3.
Yeah, I think that the players that are left in the pool are very familiar with this type of, you know, metal hard rocks. You know, I mean, we got like Lexi, Zekray, The Creeper, Story, Sergonza, even
vv79.
Kaguya. Yeah, I think all the teams are very well equipped to take on this challenge. I also just like to point out QWHJ SS. I think that's very impressive for a map like this, especially just for the showcase.
I'd also like to shout out Illustrious 307 for using the storyboard to its intended purpose, to be able to sing it in chat as it's happening. I should have asked Mr. Fuhi here to sing for us.
Yeah, well, guess
That's
what?
my
It's too
fault.
late.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Next year.
All right,
Moving in.
Hard Rock 2. And I do need to point it out, because this one is a little special, that the mapper is capable of playing his own map. This is a real Minyam replay. He really wanted to make it happen, and he pulled through and set an amazing score. Everyone was impressed, because this is our precision hard rock of the round. The map itself is fairly standard, but the circles are just so tiny. You need your reading glasses to read this map.
Yeah, honestly, I am ridiculously impressed from Minium to be able to play this. Just this caliber map. I mean, I couldn't even play it. You know, I'm the big circles guy, right? The big CS abuser, the homer platter. But being rank 120 and being able to play at this caliber, honestly, impressed me a lot. I mean, he was very dedicated to get the score, so I think he deserves to be doing this.
Yeah, we see a lot of these streams that just have like the softest tap dashes, and we can see quite a bit of dash control in this map. Map's not super long, but we're already at like 110 presses, moving through like such a non-dense map as well.
Yeah, one miss and you lose a lot of score. I mean, I think that's just kind of how Hard Rock 2 has been playing out for, you know, the majority of this tournament. But very punishing. I think this might be one of the easier maps in the pool. I think if you really practice it and you're good at this like kind of high CS thing, it might not be overly problematic. There's nothing too complicated.
Yeah, not to mention, Minyam is running it back with this artist as well.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, no, Yoshi left something in the notes that we now have a Tito quota because of Minyam.
Okay. And that's a wrap. I just want to point out 8 misses and you get 826k. This is just how it's gonna go.
It's just that
it's
type
brutal
of
like that. This can definitely be a flip type of map for sure. Very demanding, and you can't really be too nervous on this because this is as precise as it gets for our grand finals.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be hunched over in your chair. You're gonna have your glasses on. You're gonna have to be 2 inches away from the screen.
You're gonna have to lock in
5 centimeters if you use centimeters. You know how it is.
Yeah, for our centimeter lovers.
Yeah. Alright, gonna have Zizix on the Hard Rock. Gonna be Link 0, Mei, gonna be Aura. A lot of people know Zizix for his Hard Rock 3s, given the previous ones that he mapped in CWC. It's a skill set he is very good at mapping, and one that generally people are very happy to see. A lot of people have requested it. Even our test players are like, at the very start of CWC, they're like, you're giving Zizix Hard Rock 3, right? You gotta give Zizix Hard Rock 3, that's just what he does. I think this map in particular is going to be slightly different from the previous instances. We're gonna see a lot more softer tech than just pure streams throughout its duration. But the most that the tech usually does is simply speed up your platter, and that is going to be paired with the Zizix streams that we all know and love.
Yeah, I didn't really get to look at this map since the QW just kind of instantly took care of it by the time I was trying to play this. I'll see another big shout out to QWHJ. I mean, he killed his wrist to do these replays. Like, he destroyed his wrist. So, very happy for him to take care of this whole, you know, stress of having to perform a good score for the showcase. But honestly, he is the man to do it for, especially like a tech pick like this, coming from Zizix.
Yeah, definitely not a super precise Hard Rock, and nothing too crazy in regards to the Hard Rock patterns. We just do see those instances of like further dashes paired with the Zizix streams that we all know and love. But apart from that, that is going to be mostly how this map plays out until we reach our final burst, which is right here. Oh, I almost had you there, didn't I?
And it picks up.
Yep. Nobody saw that coming, right?
I did not see it coming. I thought it was just going to be some lo-fi hip-hop ending for the next minute of the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, can't have that for Grand Finals. I thought it was going to be Will Stetson singing. That's going to be Will Stetson, just Will Stetson bomb.
No. Yeah, you know how it goes. Except you don't, because I fooled all of you. Gonna see a lot more hyper chains here. Gonna be mixing in some of the 1/8s to the Zizix patterns that we all know and love. And we are going to see an abundance of these kind of soft but wide wiggles coming in the very end here.
Yeah, very much like an Everest elevation here. Massive elevation. Did not see that coming, but...
Man, I have to use Everest elevation now. I have to coin that. That's my new way of saying it.
You can use that for our upcoming tiebreaker.
Whoa!
You guys are not ready for this tiebreaker.
You've seen it?
I have seen it.
Wow!
And nobody can guess what it is. Nobody's even close.
Wow!
Oh yeah.
No, dude, I'm excited. I cannot wait to get there. I want to see what it is.
But wait, you gotta go through the DTs.
Oh, you're right.
And the mix mods.
Okay.
And we will have our terminus. Like Chicken Bible would say.
True, Chicken Bible would say that. Going to be FDF. We have not seen her in a while. Coming in for DT1. Going to be our consistency pick of the round. for double time. Gonna go all the way up to 10.5 and
9.3 DT.
yep, everyone's favorite. With this map in particular, compared to finals, we are going to see generally a higher SV and a lot more jumps involved. Gonna see a lot more like hyper dashes as an overall point. I don't think mechanically the map is too intensive, just very snappy, both with like these 1-4 hyper jumps and a lot of wiggly style jumps as well. Oh hey, look at the replayer.
Yeah, P8107 underscore Homer Choke DT underscore user gonna be giving us the replay here. That man fought a lot of hard battles to get this replay to us here. By hard battles, I mean 3 tries.
Wow.
I did not think it was that bad, honestly. I only had trouble with the small little part before like the 1/8 burst standstill, but overall, like the movement is very smooth. I think fits really well into DT consistency, kind of like a reading movement pick. Definitely harder than a million time. The recent map in the rank section that's worth 1.4k.
Yeah, and this guy would know P8107 Homer, aka the Cookie Monster, aka vv2511672807.
The Cookie Monster, bro.
I had to coin that after this showcase. Bro leaves mid showcase to get a cookie. If that's not Cookie Monster behavior, I don't know what is.
That's such a cool name, the Cookie Monster. The big balls Homer Platter Monster coming in for fun, and perhaps more to come.
Those who know. Yeah, jumping into our final TI, we have a few gaps given the song, but it's just DT, it just doesn't last that long.
No, very demanding.
Yeah. Back into it with still quite a few of these scary, like, one-off hypers that you instantly have to snap back away from.
Homer choke at the end there. Unfortunate there, but we move forward into DT2 with Fuhi underscore Homer underscore gaming. The Homer meme is in full effect here. This map was making me crash out, I am telling you now. I was starting to see patterns that weren't even there, Connor, I'm telling you now.
No, and what does that mean? Like, were you hungry? Did you need a cookie?
This was before the cookie, so...
Oh, okay.
The crash out was in full effect.
Okay.
No gamer drink, no cookie. Everything was... Just the pure gamer rage was coming out for this pick here. You see that really tricky wiggle. I think that movement in particular is probably one of the harder ones. It's kind of like a standstill tap wiggle. I don't even know how to explain it. Just like, if you play it, you will see what's going on.
It's an elevation, an Everest elevation.
It is an elevation, for sure. Yeah. This part was kind of chill. Get this little break here. Who's winning? I don't know, but you got to spin to win, you know what I'm saying, Connor? So, back into the meat and gravy. Same style as the first half. I don't think it picks up too much, but you get a little bit more of these wiggles that start to kind of come out. These kind of like the creeper style wiggles. And I think you will especially see it heading towards the ending here. That's a very big snap. It's a lot of inputs there.
Yeah, just a lot of these like 5-note bursty, like turn around into, I don't know what to call that pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. Then you got these wiggles too, like, oh, I don't know. Very speedy at the end there. Especially if you're running out of stamina, very big choke point. With this big long spinner that I can't spin. So let's hope it's not a spin to win. That'll be a heartbreak, but
it'd be interesting as well, because that spinner does definitely give like a slight chunk of score.
Very much so.
The maps are very hard. If you lose focus for a second, the other team's gonna swoop in.
Yeah, just like this Valley of the Veil is swooping in here. We got our medal. kind of got our, you know, standard DT farm, except here's the, you know, here's the swing. This is not farm. This is nowhere near farm. I was also crashing out on this a lot. This one, I don't know. This is not my skill set, and it's not, I don't know. It's not an 8-star DT, so I'm immediately riding. But banger song, replayer, Valley of the Homer, or the Damned. Clear reference to the recent ranked shenanigans.
I will say, I think it is funny to note that the second Sean gets eliminated and starts helping us out, like, the amount of metal songs that get mapped, like, doubles. Purely coincidental, but
yeah, so
I think
awesome.
it's just great. Yeah. This guy's loving it.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Nice slogan there, dude.
Yeah, oh!
Sponsored by McDonald's or what? Ba 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 ba.
I think a third of the showcase has been about food. The Cookie Monster, you've used the phrase like meat and gravy like 3 times.
Yeah, because we're cooking, Connor. We're cooking with this. We gotta cook it up, and then we gotta serve it to the people. We serve it to the masses with this tiebreaker that's coming up. I'm telling you guys, this tiebreaker is good, man.
Yeah, I am ecstatically excited for it. I think overall, with this being the streamy DT, a lot of the like tricky instances come from walk precision of when you decide to tap dash when moving along a stream.
Yeah, this is very much like a, you have to learn this map for sure. You gotta kind of know when to, I mean, I'm just blundering there. I started to get tilted here, but you definitely gotta know a lot of like when to let go a dash, when to start walking. Those patterns too, I think they're always walk, just that vocal in particular, but I think overall
Also,
really well done.
Also, chat, I will say Sean was the first person to post that copy pasta into the map channel, so...
Actually, I was not.
You were not?
It was Diletto. It was
Wow! Wow!
Diletto. Gotta give props where props are due. I cannot take the privilege of being the first to think of such a thing. But
Wow. Thank you, Diletto.
bass song by Greeper, I gotta say. Very based. Moving into our X-Gon DT4. I feel like anytime you see X-Gon and it's Grand Finals, kind of poop your pants a little bit. And rightfully so. Because, wait for it. Ooh! Right into it. Calling you what you deserve to be told as you go into these tricky CS 5.5. I think it was AR, I forgot the AR 8.5 maybe?
That's,
I don't know, but this is very vulgar. Don't show your kids this.
It is 8.2. It is 8.2. So it's even
Okay,
lower.
8.2. Yeah, very demanding map. This is not the Susumu Hira Sawa that you were looking for out of last year. It's about you got it in the finals, so that's the quota, okay? I kind of wish we had another Susumu, but, you know, X-Con can do what he wants. He's X-Con, man. He's earned it.
Yeah. Like, we had it in finals, you know, like, more people could enjoy it in finals because there were more teams around. So it's like a, it's like a balancing act.
There's a lot of swearing in here for no reason. I don't know. The guy in the background is just like CTB Rager. I don't know.
Yeah, you're the Cookie Monster. He's the Cookie Rager.
Yeah. Stop calling me a B word. Call me Homer, please. Another amazing replayer there.
If any of you guys ever needed motivation to become a top player, you get to name all of your replay names after one specific
Homer.
joke. Yep, or Homer.
I thought you were going to say if you want to become a top player, just name yourself Homer. And I think that's also kind of valid.
Yeah. But then you won't be able to change it for a year, which might have consequences depending on your name change.
I wouldn't regret it. That timing's crazy.
Yeah.
A little bit of timing there. Live Fuhi reaction when he finds out he can't change his name back to Fuhi.
Yeah, we have a ton of wiggles in this last section here. Overall, with like a lot more slider usage here as well.
Yeah, some of those, yeah, this big, like, 1/16th spinner, too. I don't even know how you would spin that, but
Learnable.
yeah, very much like a gauntlet. I mean, full of, like, hyper sliders, kind of like a techie hyper sliders, mixed with that, obviously, CS5 precision. Unfriendly, but that's XCON for you, right? I mean, XCON is always known as brutal mapping.
It's always learnable.
It is learnable, I will say that for sure.
And you have CTB Rager motivating you to do better.
That's true. Anyways, moving on here, Mix Mod 1. Connor, I feel like I've seen this artist before.
Really? You've seen Owie
I did. Maybe. Was that
Welkus?
last year, maybe?
Yeah, an original. Wow. This guy knows the
lore. Was that Mix Mod 1, too? Or was that Mix Mod...
I think it was Mix Mod 3.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm going to be wrong and chat's going to yell at me. But, yeah, I think it was Mix Mod 1.
It was a Mix Mod.
Or 3, Mix Mod 3 for
it was
finals.
A Mix Mod.
And yeah, we do sense, like, the original they made for us was definitely kind of unique, what Owie normally makes, having that be a chiptune style. But we do sense a little bit of that from this song, and it's going to be just as streamy. And I think the BPMs are also the same. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, except this is, in my opinion, a very big step up from the other, I don't even know how you pronounce it, I'm just going to call him AOI. Or
it's
Owie.
Owie! Yeah, it's Owie.
Mommy, I made a boo-boo Owie!
That's why CTB Ranger was so upset last map, man. Owie!
I was. You'll actually see an Owie from QWHJ in this replay. But anyways, full of, I don't know, tech stuff like this stuff coming up here. There's a lot of really brutal, like, snapping, especially on Hard Rock. Like, even on no mod, this was hard, but Hard Rock, I think it's even more amplified. Like, that right there, brutal. I mean, oh, look at that. I mean, I'd be tilted from that miss, too. That was on, like, almost nothing.
Yeah, that was a definite Owie moment, bro.
No, you'll see the Owie coming up. There is an Owie in this map. But... anytime dust maps, you know, tech, it's usually very difficult.
Yeah, we see a lot of
it was the same with Ghoul as well.
Yeah, we see a lot of the difficulty with dust come from 1.4 compared to a lot of the tech that modern mappers use. Like, a lot of the dust 1.8s aren't really difficult like the 1.4 patterns are.
Just wait until you get into the meat and gravy of look,
yeah,
Bosky incident right there.
Yeah, Owie moment. QWH disconnected, and he wanted that to be mentioned.
Yeah. He had a bit of a lag spike there from what we're seeing in the replay chat. But anyways, back up to focus here, 200 combo. Oh, never mind. Commentator curse, and it's not even in the match.
Dude.
This is why I quit commentating.
That's why you quit? Cursed too many people? Made too many enemies?
That pattern right there, I think you just missed it, Connor, but that pattern came out of nowhere, and it was just like a jump scare, and it just disappeared. But I think that's also really hard. It's from right to left, 1/8.
Yeah, right to left, the only two directions in the game. We do see a few tricky stack patterns, but a lot of it just comes from the streams, just the snappiness of it all.
Yeah, you really gotta play this to kind of grasp how tricky some of these transitions are. I can't really put it into words. It's just like, I don't know. You try to play along with it, and it's just like, it's a troll map. But
wow.
I mean, I'd be upset too. Look, just 8K off of 900K. Like,
yeah. He got an owie!
He did have an owie with that disconnect incident there.
Yeah. It's okay. We provided him with band-aids and water after he sent that replay.
Yeah,
He should
and
be
we're
feeling
gonna
all
be
better. Yeah.
heading into Mix Mod 2.
It's a cactus!
Ken! I am so happy Ken is back again. Rightfully so, the Mix Mod GOAT, as was previously mentioned in earlier map pools. Back again with his, I didn't actually see this, but I'm gonna guess it's really wiggly.
It is. Ken is very synonymous for this style. I also want to mention, half of the people that saw this were like, oh my goodness, Ken is finally here. And then the other half were like, cactus! Like me. But yeah, this style is just, it's starting to become synonymous with CWC as a whole at this point. I think this is Ken's 5th mix mod map, to an extent, if we include collabs. It's absolutely amazing to see him make a return. And his style has kind of become, I think, a bit less symmetrical overall, but we still get to see a lot of the classic Ken streams that he likes to use. Just very conjoined, you dash between them, not a whole lot of hyper dash separation. And it's just a style that so many people enjoy, and I'm happy we get to bring it back for our Grand Finals.
Yeah, very much so. I've always been a big fan of how Ken decides to map these kind of like low AR maps with the piano sounds. Always a big fan of, you know, the wiggles in it. I feel like it fits really well. And we've got kind of this like, are those 1/8s? What is that?
Yeah, man. They're prickly 1/8s. See what I did there? Eh?
Yeah, it's kind of like a pain in the butt, you know?
It's like a cactus!
It is like a cactus. You ever get pricked by a cactus before?
Yeah,
You
you're
know
like,
how much it hurts.
yeah, you're like, owie!
Owie! Owie! Mix Mod 1! Grand Finals! Disconnect! PWHA!
My BuzzFeed! No! Only the cactus map can do such things.
Exactly. Oh yeah, so if this wasn't mapped like Wiggles, I would probably riot. I mean, this just sounds like, you know, it sounds like a Wiggle map, Connor. Would you make a Wiggle map out of this?
Yeah. But Ken would be the best one to ever do it.
The GOAT himself. Kind of got these repetitive, like, long hyper sliders. Kind of a climax, I guess, the mega elevation of the map.
Yeah, Everest elevation, yeah.
The Everest, Everest plus K2 elevation.
Yeah, man, just watching a Roido replay every time. It's just so easy looking.
So, I know, dude, he makes it look too easy. He can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving into our Mix Mod 3. Gonna be AR9.
Yeah, our middle of the road mix mod. Gonna be Hypercolor mapped by Jack Frost. It's going to be like a, how do I say it? It would be similar to Ken's style, but we are gonna see a lot more like anomalies with the shapes used and a lot more hypers overall. I think that's what puts Mix Mod 3 right between the Mix Mod 1 of the kind of like 1-4 style streams, while having it be closer to like Ken's style of mixed mod, with a few tricky 1/8s here and there, like what you just saw.
Yeah, like that classic hyper wiggle, you know, the new meta pattern. But honestly, we're gonna be seeing Jack Frost come back as well. I mean, honestly, when I think of Jack Frost, I don't think of him as much of like a tech mapper, but he just does a really good job in tech mapping. Just these low AR tech maps. I mean, we've seen it with No Mod 3 in the, I don't know if that was, I have short-term memory. Was that qualifiers? Was that round of 32 that we saw the banger from Jack Frost?
I'm gonna need more context than just the banger. But...
The No Mod 3.
Oh!
You know, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was round of 32. That was
okay.
Yeah, a bit more of a streamy-based section here before getting into these adorable little wiggles that will give the Hard Rock players a very bad time.
I think all teams are going to be ready for that. I don't think it'll be that bad of a time.
That's true. This
This
is
part,
Grand
however,
Finals.
this part on Hard Rock could be a nightmare. I mean, with Hidden, it already looks like a handful. But of course, our GOAT Trigon is just taking care of it, literally just sweeping the floor with it. Makes it look like nothing. Like, who gave this guy a cookie, dude? Who gave him a cookie? Someone stop this man.
I think it was you. You've been sponsoring your local cookie store all stream. You're going to get 20 free gift cards.
20 free Polish Big Daddy cookies to the next person who correctly guesses the tiebreaker.
Speaking of which, I know we've made a lot of jokes this stream. I know I've yelled cactus. I know there's been so many amazing moments, but there is nothing that I can say to prepare us for the spectacle that is about to commence. If you have been keeping up with Grand Finals tiebreakers, you've seen the lore, you've seen the overall design improvement that's been happening in terms of what we've been being able to have provided for us, and now it's finally Ketch's turn to have our own version. And I am ecstatic for the reveal of our Grand Finals tiebreaker.
I don't think they're ready. I don't even think they caught on. You think they caught on?
I think there's only one way to find out.
Do you think they caught on?
No, I don't think they know, but I think you know.
You know.
Let's get
I
into
think
it.
you know too. Come on!
And there we have it, CWC 2025's Grand Finals tiebreaker. You presents us with Eternity, a absolute collab mega project in terms of the design team. We're going to have QRA making his return, as well as making the amazing platter that you saw, actually having a platter transformation as it hit the Ki, for those who noticed. We have Hero and Xionary also assisting in the illustrations. We have Alex Dunk, Bullmaster Flex, and Panthulu in the graphic design. We have Kurose, Nafi, Coppertine for the storyboard. We have Polyterral and Leth Lichu for the video. And we still have our design quality assurance, Saturn Illis, Bullmaster Flex, Coppertine, and The Funk, all making sure these sections were top-notch, all coordinated by the king himself, Sakura006. The map was a collaboration between Bunray, Ken, Zizix, Otto, Fanboy, and me, actually getting a part this year. Feiyu providing the hit sounds and the replay being done by QWH. This collab mega project, that's the only effective way I can describe it. We got to see our huge lore drop, all of the languages that were the one language presented to you on the screen is decodable for those who are willing to attempt to understand the lore that has been presented to you today. If you wish to learn the story of the Grand Finals tiebreaker, then you can put the work in to learn exactly what happened. As for me, I am going to set my platter as the one that QRA drew, because I think it looks amazing. And I'm so happy that we have another platter joining our collection as we move forward throughout the years. What did you think of the Grand Finals TB, Mr. Sean?
Yeah, you did most of the talking there. I'll try to kind of keep it minimal. I don't want to yap about stuff that you already said.
You're feeling that.
I don't know. Full flavor map, of course, right? This is, I don't know, absolute cinema in the chat. I also just want to say, can we give a big shout out to QW? Because I think QW played his heart out for that. He was in the map pooling chat, like, he was so disappointed in himself that he didn't play better, but honestly, I think he gave it his all. 900k on that is awesome. And I don't know, absolute cinema, dude. Like, what is there to say? There's so much that just happened. I don't know. That's kind of hit, dude. I don't know what to say.
You're okay, man. So much
dude.
to decode.
Hyper sliders, bro. Yeah, decoding. I'm not very much of I'm not the riddle man there, but someone will figure that out. I'm surprised you guys put lore into it. I don't know. That's just awesome to me, dude. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I remember.
And
yeah, we've gotten to see more lore in our Grand Finals tiebreakers. We saw it with OWC, and a lot of us catchers have been really inspired by Ludison's Grand Finals tiebreaker for 7K. And I think that was the first real one for me that had like that huge lore drop. And I was just ecstatic knowing that it would be our turn coming up soon enough.
That's awesome. I have a question for you, Mr. Connor. Is this your final commentary for CWC? Is this your final debut as the host of CWC?
Calling me dead to rights.
Will we see another Connor?
Well,
take Connor's place.
I will be stepping away as the head map pool collector. This is my final year in regards to that role. I hope to enjoy the other aspects of OSU, like mapping, rather than pooling. And I'm hoping that I'll still be around to explore such things, but I can't really speak on what regards I'll be assisting in pooling or CWC in the future. But this will be my last year, and I'll be taking my step away. Because of that, I do want to give a huge thank you to everyone I've worked with this year. Our map pool selectors, Fob, Bunray, both of them stepping up in abundance to help out this year. And our test players had a huge elevation. I have to use the word, it's just the most fitting word. We had a huge elevation in our test players, being joined by Trigon, Jack Frost, Beerus, Trent, And you, Sean, coming in for our finals and grand finals, helping out. We had
That's awesome, dude.
like every single person on that staff sheet had such an impact on so much that has happened. And the level of work is unprecedented. And out of my 3 years of being here, I haven't seen it before. I think this is the year where we've had the most people work the most hard. And I loved getting to see that for my final year of being head of the Mappool selecting team. I'll be looking for someone to fill my role, but given how much fun I had today doing Mappool showcases, I'm sure they'll find a way to rope me in for that. So I can't say this will be my last time at the desk, but I can't speak on how involved I will be.
Yeah, anyways, 07 in the chat for Connor, please. I mean, this man has done so much work behind the scenes, and I believe it's completely unpaid, just for the passion of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of it is just passion, dude.
I wasn't gonna say it, man. I wasn't gonna say it.
But it just goes to show, dude, like, you really care about the game mode, and I think you deserve respect. I mean, you've solidified yourself in the game for good with the work you've done. And Yoshi Green, never forget about Yoshi Green, of course. Like, these guys are in the back, always working hard. I think they deserve a lot of respect. I'd also like to give a big shout out to Trent as well. Trent with the play testing, the modding. I mean, he's put a lot of work in. I swear, like, he's been behind the scenes, really giving it his all. I mean, all of the play testers. I mean, we all worked kind of hard. Not as much as me. I just came in Grand, but I don't know. I think everyone worked equally as hard with the modding and trying to get the scores. You know, the stress of bringing it out to you guys to enjoy. And I'm happy that it ended up, you know, working as well as it did. So thank you, all of you, for being in here and, you know, helping CTB stay afloat. I mean, you guys are what runs the community, and I don't know, this community is awesome.
Yeah, I think this year was definitely a peak year for me. I loved the originals that we got. I think they turned out phenomenally, and I want to give 2 final shout-outs. First of all, to Yoshi Green. When I first got elected this role, I knew I couldn't do it alone, and I asked him to join me, and it was the best decision I ever made. I think we just work so well together, and I would not have been able to stay afloat in this role without him. And one huge shout out to FDF for believing in me when I was an ecstatic 17-year-old wanting to get into map pooling. She gave me a shot. I remember Dave gave me the Discord invite, and I was like, guys, let's go! And then I did Mappool showcases.
History, dude.
I did Mappool showcases for the next 5 years.
All documented.
Yep, it's truly amazing to be here, and I know I'll be around in some capacity. But thank you all for joining us here. I hope you enjoyed the reveal of our Grand Finals tiebreaker, and I hope just one of you in the chat spends the time decoding the lore. I hope to just check the CWC Discord and just see someone be like, yep, here are all the translations. Here's what's happening to her. You know, someone pushing up the nerd glasses if they figured it all out.
This is CWC 2025. This is the wrap everybody was looking for.
And we hope to see the Grand Finals TV played. That's always the wish.
Please.
And please. Throw if you have to.
Not after all that work, please.
Yeah. But I think that does it from us at the commentary desk. I got yelled at last time for not mentioning it. Buy banners. It's the last chance you get.
This is the last chance, yeah.
Yep.
Buy your banners.
Yep, buy your banners as
USA, Argentina, Finland, the Finland top 3. Who saw that coming, huh? Who saw that coming?
I was a believer.
This is just absolute cinema.
I was a believer in Finland. I watched them in chat type elevation every time I said it. So I believed in them for that reason alone.
That is awesome. I think that's it. I think it's a wrap, Connor.
Yeah, that's going to do it from us as the desk.
2025. Yeah. Thank you
It
all.
was a pleasure being your guys' head map pool selector, and I'll see you all around.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.